to the way things are in the world, even if it's a tiny little bit of difference. And what people in my position have is the opportunity to get through to people's consciousness and say, look, this is something that's going on. You're not going to save the world with one concert. It's a question of gradually getting people to care about everybody in the world. And it takes a lot of work, and it means that a lot of these things are going to have to go on, and it's going to have to keep happening.
Do you think it's possible that the actual impact of, say, a charity record or a charity concert has declined, say, since Live Aid? I mean, that was the big one, wasn't it?
Well, I don't think you can ever repeat a first-time event, and that's what Live Aid was. But that's not the point. The point isn't to make a big impact. The point is to get people to care, and by whatever means are necessary.
Was the Albert Hall packed?
It was pretty full, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say it was hopping. It was kind of sitting sedately. But a lot of wonderful acts were on. Actually, there were Arabic acts, there were Indian acts, there were bands and performers who came from all over the Middle East and from the Asian continent, and the audience reflected that sort of mixed aspect of the population of this country, and I think everybody felt that they were kind of getting together and breaking through racial and social barriers in order to achieve something for the good of the human race.
And that was all headed up by Vanessa Redgrave, I believe.
That's right. Vanessa Redgrave put the whole thing together. Right? It's part of a lifetime's work on her behalf.
Okay. Now, I know we're going to talk a lot about what is coming up in the future for Duran Duran, because
Right.
I think most of the questions are to do with that so far. We're also going to talk about the past a fair bit as well.
The good old past.
Yes, indeed. The previous decade. Now, talking of decades, there is an album.
Oh, you mean the 80s, man? Oh, no!
When we were young, Simon, let's just cast our minds back. We've got albums here. Let's talk about the decade album here, because we're going to
Right,
give
yeah.
some away, I believe. You brought a whole,
Yeah,
in fact, a Simon Le Bon carrier bag in.
Right, the Decade album, or as we like to call it, the Decade album. Yeah, what about it? It's got, it's got
Both your
Girls
hits.
on Film, Rio, Save Her Prayers, There's Something I Should Know, The Reflex, Wild Boys, View to Kill, Planet Earth, Hungry Like the Wolf, Union of the Snake, Notorious Skin Trade, I Don't Want Your Love, and All She Wants Is. And they're all on it. And
That was a quick medley, actually, there, wasn't it?
that pretty much sums up the last 10 years for me, pal.
We've got-
Okay, on to the future!
Yes. We've got some of those albums to give away. I think we're going to give away quite a few today, aren't we?
Yeah.
2. Something like that, anyway. We'll
Right.
see
But
how...
I had to buy one of those. I had to go into record shop and actually get it.
Good Lord. We had some free here as well. Never mind. We'll
Oh, well.
we'll give you a spare as well,
Would you?
Simon. Don't
Would
worry
you
about that.
really?
But listen, concerts and the past. There's actually a note here. I've been told that you are a friend of Princess Diana. Further to the Prince's Trust concert, you became her favourite band.
Well, we had a meeting, you know, because we played the concert in front of the Prince and Princess
Mhm.
of Wales. A funny show. That was.
1983.
It was funny because we had a new guitar roadie and he tuned one of John's bass guitars completely out of tune, which led to quite a lot of confusion. I hope that the royal couple actually believed that it was intentional and that we were playing some kind of progressive sort of discordant music. Actually,
I
It was
heard she thought
the
you were.
biggest screw up ever. But still, a good time was had, and yeah, it was good to do that.
And a varied past, looking at your biography, which we will delve
he
into in a
didn't say
moment.
checkered. I wonder what he's getting at.
No, varied is my word today, folks.
Right.
Let's stick with varied. Listen, some more music. There's some more calls as well coming in. I
Right,
want to
what
get the
have we got
viewers on the
next?
line.
Can I announce the next one?
Yes, you take over. It's your choice as
Yeah,
well.
it is. This is a band that pretty much started along with us. They were on our first tour actually as a support act. The band is Talk Talk, and they've come a long way. They're still going, and I love the music they make. This is one that comes from when? Well.
Guest today, that's Talk Talk, of course, and it's My Life. And there's time just for a couple more quick questions. Somebody from, let's have a look, from Mona and Amanda in Holland have written in to ask Simon, the new album, when is it going to be finished and when is it going to be released?
Well, it kind of covered that sort of stuff, but well, if you didn't quite get it, well, I'll tell you what's happening. We're working at the moment across the river, and the album is going to be released when it's ready. We've kind of got some titles in mind for it, but we haven't actually decided on one officially yet, so we're going to keep that secret. I'm sure that we will go on tour because we haven't done it for such a long time and we miss all the fun that we have. Were there any more questions?
What about a release date, though, for an album?
We don't have a release date. We don't have a release date. We don't have a deadline. That's what I'm trying to kind of...
In the shops for Christmas?
No, it might not be in the shops for Christmas.
Depends how long you stay in Warren's living room.
It depends how we feel about it, you know, yeah. It'll be released when we think it's right.
Okay, now Anya from Sweden has written in to say you are one of the most successful ever groups of all time. What is the main reason for continuing to make music?
The main reason for continuing to make music is we can't do anything else. No, that's not quite true. That's not what I'm supposed
You
to
could
say.
do this job.
No, hang on. No, okay. No, that's not what I'm supposed to say. But no, the truth of it is it's quite simple. We love music. I don't want to do anything else. We still have a lot of fun making music, and it's getting more exciting. And just now, we've kind of got a new buzzy sort of excitement in the group. Over the last sort of 2 months, we've been writing music in a way that I think we'd sort of forgotten about. It's real simple, and it's really punchy, and it's really emotional, and it feels great to be doing it like this again.
You've got a new lineup as well, haven't you?
Not exactly. We just kind of slimmed down a little bit. I think we felt that our rhythm section wasn't quite working for us. So Sterling Campbell, who played drums on us on Sirius, has left the group, and we're now four-piece group, which is myself, Nick Rhodes, John Taylor, and Warren Cucurullo. And no, Andy will not be rejoining the group.
That was my 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th question, I think.
Yeah, Andy's doing pretty good on his own, actually.
He's out in America, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just released his album of cover versions. I think it's doing all right. You know, good for you, Andy. Keep it up.
Good. Okay, well, that's the lineup. There's more chat, more calls, and we're looking forward to somebody singing to you, Simon, in a moment. Good luck with that.
We're gonna play a song now by a bit of a rude bunch of fellas. It's a Happy Monday. It's been going for a while, and they're finally getting it right. This is Kinky.
And Violence of Summer. I believe, Simon, Violence of Summer from your last album, Liberty.
Absolutely, yes, from the album Liberty, which we made and released last year.
Your most recent one.
It is, yeah. It was a funny album for us. I mean, we listen to it now, and it sounds like a couple of different bands to us. We're definitely moving on from there at the moment. Interestingly enough, watching that video, Violence of Summer, I'm seeing a lot of kind of articles in newspapers about they're all doing it, i.e. women wearing blonde wigs. Well, that one was made last summer. I just want you to just remember, you saw it first with Duran Duran.
And they've copied you slavishly, these other people.
Absolutely. It makes you sick, doesn't it?
Shall we take a call, by the way?
Yeah, let's talk to Mandy from the Netherlands.
She is. Hello, Mandy.
Hello.
You're live on Super Channel. How are you this afternoon?
Fine.
I hope you're live.
Hi, yes, I think she is. Whereabouts are you from, Mandy?
Rotterdam.
You're in Rotterdam.
Yes.
Great. Good. I've been to Rotterdam. We actually came and played at the Ahoy, which is in Rotterdam.
Yeah, I know
We had a
that.
great show there. We really enjoyed it. In fact, we're looking forward to coming back next time.
Have you seen Duran Duran in concert,
Yes,
Mandy?
I have.
Of course
Lots
she
of time.
has.
So let's have a report from Mandy in Holland. What are Duran Duran like live for those of us who haven't been?
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely terrific.
Imagine if Mandy had said something else, Simon. We could have cut her off with this switch, couldn't we?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Very easy.
We've got the kill switches. Got a big axe drawn on it.
Mandy, we can't hear you that well. Can you shout at me a little
Okay,
bit?
I will.
I understand you have a question for Simon.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a private question.
Oh, have you? Well, maybe you should ask me after the show.
Oh, I really want to know if you've already thought of a name for your new baby yet.
Well, I've come up with a few so far, and I'm not quite sure if they're the right. I mean, I was thinking in terms of things like adjustable wrench Le Bon
yeah.
and
Name
Thames
for
Barrier
all.
Le Bon.
Yeah.
Thames Barrier Le Bon, I think it's a very good one.
United Dairies was another
Yes,
of yours.
I actually have a friend who lives in, his name's Grant Hilton. He lives down in Australia, in Sydney, and there's a big hotel there, and he decided to name his son after it, and he called him Sydney Hilton. Can you believe it?
Poor child.
Absolutely.
Mandy, what do you think of Simon's existing child? The name.
She's great. Amber, but how did you...
Oh, you know the name?
Yeah.
Simon, can you just tell us the full name for those of us who don't know?
The full name is Amber Rose Tamara Le
Well, how
Bon.
did you come up with that?
Well, it was going to be Amber Rose Sahara, but we didn't like the acronym, so we changed it. I like the rhythm of that, though. I like the rhythms of words because I'm a songwriter. I tend to think in rhythms, and and I think it's very important to have a name that rolls off the tongue easily. You know.
What are you hoping for?
What am I hoping
It's
for?
going to be a boy or a girl?
I
don't
don't
really
particularly hope for one or the other because I think what would happen if I got it wrong, I hoped for the wrong kind, I'd feel terribly guilty. So I just know that I'm going to be very happy whenever the child is born.
Have you got a team?
As long as it comes out dancing.
Have you got, it will, I think.
I got the shoes ready. We've got the disco music on already.
Have you got teams and teams of nannies, Simon, standing by? Because you're
No.
both very busy, yourself
No,
and
my
Yasmin.
mum, no. My mum lives with us, and that's all we need. Music.
24 hours a day for your mother, I think.
Absolutely.
By the sound of
right,
it.
24 hours a day. Absolutely. I thought you were going to say Super Channel. 24 hours a day. Music on the air.
Mandy, listen, thanks for calling in this
Okay,
afternoon. You're not going
bye.
to sing to us now, by the way, are you?
No.
No. Well,
You've got a chance now.
No, I really don't want to.
okay. Bye, Mandy.
Mandy, thanks for
Okay,
calling
bye.
in.
Right, we're going to slag off a few bands now, I think, aren't we?
Well, I was going to ask Simon, we know what you do like because the video
Do you?
choice.
Oh, right, yes,
All right,
yes, yes.
we're playing your favourite people, I reckon.
Yeah.
But who do you think is not good these days?
Oh, it's a horrible question because, I mean, there are things that I don't like, but I never like to slag bands off because you always end up meeting them somewhere and they said, hey man, I remember you. You were really rude to us on that Super Channel show. You know what I mean? And usually that, you know, they have these big posses that travel around with them. So I'm not going to say, I must admit there's one song that really gets up my nose at the moment, or was recently. Something, it was a rap song, I think by Vanilla Ice, and it just goes, because I love you, because you're beautiful, and it's just so crass.
I tell you, he's taller than you, I think. And
I
you're pretty
know.
tall, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm faster.
And you have an equal entourage, I reckon, to
I don't
protect
know.
you there.
I don't know.
Pick on small people, that's the best thing, isn't
What,
it?
like Prince? But I love everything Prince does.
He watches every day, every day.
Even his bootlegs and outtakes.
Well, listen, Simon, there's more to come after the news. Jane's saying Prince is on the line. We'll take his call after the news as well. But why don't you do some more VJ work? It's nice to meet someone who can do my job instead. I'll put my feet up and you can take us into the next track.
All right. This is Lenny Kravitz, I guess, in the style of the Beatles.
Oh, yeah, Public Enemy, of course, there with 911. It's a joke, the choice of Simon Le Bon. And we're taking more calls. I mentioned some talented singers who are going to phone in today. Goodness me.
Oh, yeah.
We're looking forward to this one, Simon, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we got Charlie Boy on the phone, haven't we?
Charlie, hello.
Hello.
I'll tell you what, I've got some sound in the background. Have you got the TV volume turned up, first of all?
Yeah.
Can I ask you just to put that down for a second? Otherwise we get stereo and
We get
feedback
echo,
and-
man.
I know.
Hello.
He's shouting at his family to turn down. It's also quite nice, Simon, on this show, because when people turn the volume down, we get the chance to find out how big their living room is by the time it takes them.
Oh, I see, right.
Charlie?
Charlie's just taken a 3-day ride to the television.
Are you back with us, Charlie?
Yeah.
Let's find out a little bit about yourself. Whereabouts are you today?
Farmhouse.
At your house? And whereabouts is that? What town?
Booker Close.
Oh, in London?
Yeah.
Right, so you're local to here. That's good to know. And how old are you?
8.
You're 8 years of age. Okay, one of our youngest singers. And are you a Duran Duran fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, why are they so brill?
Phew.
Good singer.
Have you ever seen them singing live? You've been taken to one of their concerts before?
No.
Oh, we don't need to today because you've got Simon live on the phone.
Anyway, that's not the point. I want to hear Charlie rapping, so should we get on and down and do what Charlie's going to do?
What have you chosen, Charlie?
Bartman.
Okay, you ready to do it?
Let's
Yeah.
give you a big on-the-air build-up, live across Europe now, 26 countries. It's Charlie from London, who's aged 8. After 3,
Uno, dos, tres.
off you go.
Everybody in the house can do the Bartman. Everybody's up can. Put the back in the car. Bartman. Everybody in the house can do the Bartman. Put the back. Oh.
Hey, do you want me to give you a beat to go with that?
Yeah. Just right there. Yeah. Yo. Hey, what's happening, dude? I'm the guy who loves being rude. Terrorizing people wherever I go. Tonight, Ted's just giving a flow. Fixing test scars to get the best scars. Drop banana peels all over the floors. I'm the guest person you never see doing art. Last name Simpson, first name Bart. I'm here today to introduce next phrase. Next step in the new Bart craze. God, that's real easy to do. I know you move rivers, so can you. Move the body if you got the motion. Put the back in the rock and roll motion. Now your body can do as you can. Do it with the music, that's the Bart Man. Everybody in the house can do the Bart Man. Turn your body up, can. Put the back in the side, Bart Man. Everybody in the house can do the Bart Man. Put the side, can, Bart Man. Do the Bart Man.
Hey!
My goodness me, we're just exhausted,
That's
Simon
great, isn't it?
LeBon.
Hey, no, Charlie, that was absolutely brilliant. Great, well done, man.
Are you still there, Charlie?
Yeah.
How did it
Charlie's
feel?
there and he's happening.
He's just getting going. How did it feel to do that in 26 countries, Charlie?
Right.
A bigger audience than ever Duran Duran had, I reckon. A duet there, Simon Le Bon and Charlie from London. Listen, do you want to say a quick hello to anybody?
Yeah, to my mum Vivian, and my brother Jojo Ben, and my two sisters Lulu and Rosie.
You got it. Okay, well, listen, thank you very much indeed for singing live on the show today. What's your favourite TV station?
Super.
I'm glad you got that one right, Charlie. Thanks for coming on the show.
Okay, Charlie, checks in the post. See you soon.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Charlie. Take care. Let's get on with some more music, though, because I think it's Razor's choice coming up now.
Yeah, Reza, he requested that we play the reflex. Well, Claire Smith has dug it up, dusted it off. Ridiculously erotic there. I'd like it if she could touch me too. Right now, we've got a track by the Cowboy Junkies. Here it is. Sun Comes Up Tuesday.
Whatsoever, Bob Marley and No Woman, No Cry. Simon, you were quite into that one, weren't you?
Oh, I love Bob. I love reggae actually. I think it's a really kind of fresh, just a fresh direction that music takes. And I think what's happening now in this country is kind of coming out of reggae is very interesting. There's things like the Ragga Twins happening, and they're great. And the way that reggae and rap is kind of fusing, and I think it's very healthy and a lot of fun.
Okay, listen, let's take another call, because on the line from Germany now
Right.
is a young chap called Carsten. Carsten, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, you're through to Simon Le Bon.
Yeah.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing, Carsten?
thanks a lot.
Now,
How are you?
my spies tell me that Carsten runs a Duran Duran fan club of some description. Do you want to tell Simon about it, Carsten?
Well, I'm actually not. I actually don't run it. It's a friend of mine who does it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you've heard of a campaign that we started called "Get Duran Back on TV Again." That we,
Yeah, I did actually hear something about it. Tell me more about it.
Well,
though.
I wrote you a letter earlier this year, and I told you about it. And
Oh,
it was
right.
just that we were very much disappointed that TV stations didn't play your videos, and I got lots of letters from people who said that they didn't see the series or Violence of Summer video.
Right.
And was very disappointed.
Right, I know. Yeah, me too. It was disappointing. I think what you're doing is great. It's not something that I can do. It's very difficult for guys in the band to go up and knock on the TV companies' doors and say, "Hey guys, put us on TV." So the more kind of pressure that you can put on, the better. And we really appreciate it, and we think it's great.
Yeah, thank you.
And we thank you very much for doing that. Can you write a few letters to the American TV companies as well?
Right, I will, because I should mention it because we're on Super Channel right now. But I wrote to MTV and they
you said the
Sorry,
word!
I just
The
spelled it.
dreaded initials there.
I say VTM, all right?
Ah, that's code.
That's
Right.
the code, yeah. And they didn't react at all. And you played the serious video, which was a bit disappointing because we asked you to dedicate a whole show to Duran, and we had this advert in two newsletters. Duran newsletter was the Dutch Go Duran from the Netherlands, and Germany Bigger Thing. And I told them, watch on the air on, I don't know, I suppose what it was, 26th
Of April.
of April. And, you know, they all tuned in. They only saw, they didn't even know that you mentioned the campaign because you played the video on the 19th of April. And they were all very disappointed.
Oh boy.
So
Well-
we want you to dedicate a whole show like you did with the New Kids. You repeated the special that you had on the New Kids.
Yeah.
There's
twice.
nothing
You know,
like
it was
being-
rubbish that
Yeah,
was-
I agree with
There's
you,
nothing
Carsten.
like
I
being
think,
told off on your own show.
I think
Yeah.
you should dedicate an entire show to Duran Duran.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
not a whole week
Yes.
to Duran Duran.
No,
you know?
a month. Let's get it. How long did New Kids on the Block have?
Oh, 2 hours.
2 hours. Well, I mean,
And they did it twice. You know, I don't know when they did
three
it, but it was
weekly-long dedications.
We could even change the
4
name.
hours, totally 4 hours. And was,
Yes, we should change the name from Super Channel to Duran Duran Channel.
No, I wanted to write to Clive and said to him you should call it New Kids on the Air because that would be a proper name for it.
Right. Well, I'm going to have a little word with Clive after the show.
I think there could
got
be
my
a-
friends with the baseball bats outside. Yes.
A production meeting after this show.
Absolutely.
Carsten, we'll try and put the record straight.
Yeah, because Hang on, I'm getting more and more letters because of the campaign that I
Yeah,
started.
yeah.
And I'll be coming to London this summer, and I handed them over to you. You know, you get a whole bunch of letters.
Come in and see us personally, and
I
we'll
will.
pass
I'll
them on to
bring
Simon.
I'll bring a few Duranis. I will also try to meet Simon and the rest of the gang.
All right then.
I think he'll track you down, Simon,
Yeah,
somehow.
I'm sure you will. Well, you know.
Because I haven't got your new address because I heard you moved.
Well, yes, well, we're working at Warren's house. And
I
that's
know
all
that,
I'm
yeah.
going to say, and that's where you should catch up with us.
All right, I know because
I don't think Warren would be very happy if I gave away his address on the air.
I know it, but I won't tell anyone.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's
One more
where we
question.
are.
I heard that you performed live on the 28th of April at a
Yeah.
benefit concert
That's
at
correct,
the
yes.
Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah, yeah.
And you played a new song,
That's right.
Ordinary World.
That's correct.
So, have we got a chance to get it on a 7-inch or 12-inch in terms of that the concert will be released on an LP or CD?
They're not. The concert wasn't recorded. The song will be on our next album.
I see.
It may be in a single. It won't be the first single, but it may be one.
I see.
Okay.
So stand by for the next album. Release date still not announced, Simon,
That's
I
as
know,
we know.
You know, I know the title.
This is
Well,
your
that's
fifth
cooked.
question, Carsten.
Well, sorry?
This is your fifth question. Yes, carry on.
It was I'm sorry, but I have to take the chance, you know.
I know. Okay, well, listen, thank you very much indeed for coming on the show this afternoon. Lots and lots and lots of calls coming through on the phone lines. And I think Simon's got a few hellos to get through as well. Some
Oh,
people
gosh,
calling
here
up.
we go. Yes, hello to Johnny Lee from the Netherlands, to Stephanie from the Netherlands, to I think we'll try and get a translation on that one. Have
I'll
it
just
within a
pass that
minute.
to our translation department.
Hello to Basak from Turkey, and to Bibian from Belgium. That's pretty good, isn't it, Bibian? From
Bibian,
Belgium? I
yes, you
like
don't
that.
get many of
Pretty
those on a
good.
live show.
Hello to Anna Hicks in Sweden, and to Maria. Is that Maria?
Marnia.
Marnia. What a lovely
Marnia.
name. Marnia. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Marnia. Yes, hello, Marnia. Anika from Sweden. And Tina from Finland wanted to know what my current ecological awareness involvements were.
Are you a friend of the Earth?
I am a friend of the Earth, but I'm more actively involved with Greenpeace, particularly in their campaign to make the Antarctica a world park. We suffered a bit of a setback last week when at the Antarctica Treaties Convention, Britain led a move to declare Antarctica, well, to have a mining ban for 50 years, which may sound like good news, but if you think about it, it's pretty bad news, because what it does is it signals the intentions of the UK to go ahead and mine in 50 years' time. It also, if you think about it, all the people who are making the decision to do that will be dead in 50 years. And what do they care about something like that? And it really makes me mad that they're just not thinking about the world in general. They're just thinking about lining the pockets of the industries that back the government, and it makes me sick.
How did you first get involved with Friends of the Earth?
Friends of the Earth, well, Greenpeace, actually. I've been a member of Greenpeace for about 6 years now. I just picked up a leaflet that was that I found in a pub somewhere, filled it in and sent it to them. And then more recently, I went along and spoke with them and actually kind of focused in on the Antarctic campaign. I mean, it is very important. And a lot of people have got this idea about Greenpeace being a bunch of lefty hippies that, are trying to stop progress. Well, that just isn't true. It's people who really care about the world and care enough to actually go out there and physically get in the way of the damage that's being done. And I urge people who are watching the show that if you care about the world and you haven't become involved in any kind of pressure groups, and you think you could, go ahead and do it, because now's the time, because things are happening very quickly on this planet, and if we don't step in soon, we're going to end up with a big dustbin to live on.
I couldn't have put it better myself, Simon. Wise words there, and
Right.
I know that our viewers are listening very carefully this afternoon. You heard it here on Super Channel, and I think some more music, though. Simon's going to do some more introductions.
Yeah, this
Your choice as well.
It's the cool one, Jane's Addiction. Ever sung with a stocking mask on your head? I haven't, but after watching this, I'm going to try it. Have you ever been?
Here's Simon Le Bon for a message.
Don't fade the end! The best bit!
There's the Simon's messages to our technical crew.
I love this thing. I mean, it's just so out there. I mean, this is rock potency.
And Rock Potency returns after the ad break. Stay with us.
I should say actually that this band has changed their name back from Massive to Massive Attack, which is what they originally called. You should watch out for their new single. It's out now, and it's called Safe from Harm. Good luck to you guys, because you're great. Okay.
Simon,
Yeah.
you've survived 2 hours of On the Air this
I
afternoon.
have, but I've still got to say
You're still
hello.
gonna go.
Wait a minute, I haven't finished yet. I've got to say hello to Inshalik from Holland. Hi, Inshalik. How are you? You ask where Roger Taylor is. Well, he's happy living up with his family in the middle of England. There you go. And also hello to Mildiavis Samaras, sorry, from Greece. Relax, brother. Everything's going to be all right.
I never knew you were fluent in Greek, by the way. Is there more?
There is. There's a funny little note just been passed me. Hello to Cecilia in Budapest. We had a great show in Budapest recently, actually. It was on our last tour. The people there moved the stage 8 feet. They were so excited. Watch it, fellas. Just, you know, you guys relax too.
That's a high success rating, isn't it?
That's not bad at all, actually.
Listen, Simon, we are coming towards the end of our time,
Yeah,
I'm
I
afraid.
know.
Claire
You
is...
got anything else you want to squeeze?
Well, I think there's a question, actually, from Tel Aviv. Pardon? Thank you. This is a live show,
Okay.
viewers. A question from Tel Aviv from somebody called Anya, who has phoned in, which I think is a general question echoed by so many calling today. It says you've had, seriously, many fanatic fans over the years. Do you have a final message for them in Europe today?
A final message? That sounds a little bit too final. No, we have a message for you fans. All you fans in Europe, in fact, all you fans worldwide who get the message generally. Duran Duran are a functioning unit. We're making records. We're still going. Thank you for your support, because you're the people who've made it possible for us to continue. We hope you're going to be proud of us with our new music. Thank you.
And Simon, can I thank you for coming into the studio this afternoon?
It's been a pleasure.
And well done for finding the Docklands, by the way. Not many people do, but it's been great having you here on the show live this afternoon.
Right.
We'll see you again soon. That's
Thanks
Simon
a lot.
Lebon's studio guest this afternoon. We are saving a Duran Duran track to go out with at the end. Meanwhile, it's time for another of Simon's choice, the Cocteau Twins and Carolyn's Fingers.
Has brought certain things out into the open which, you know, weren't that necessary.